The Sun Devils have had an up and down season thus far. While they've struggled away, their home form has been different, only losing one game in Tempe all season. Today, their visitors are Vermont, a struggling one-win team. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils facing off against the Vermont Catamounts here on Pac-12+.
Thanksgiving may have left you stuffed, but here at Cronkite Sports Spotlight, hockey has kept us hungry. I'm Spencer Chiak alongside my fellow anchor Ethan Ryder. We have a great show for you today.
That's right, Spencer. It's crazy we're making our debut on such an awesome show. We have dynamic duos. We take you behind the mask of starting goaltender Evan DeBrouwer. And we're going to tell people what they need to know about the Vermont Catamounts.
But first, WCSN hockey reporter Ali Krusniak discovers what happens when you switch ASU's hockey sticks with markers in a game of offhand Pictionary. Take a look.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna nail this one.
I am not gonna nail this one.
I feel like I'm back in middle school or elementary school. If you get this wrong, Cole, I'm gonna be mad.
I think this is what it looks like, kind of.
I'll reverse.
A jack-o'-lantern? Pumpkin? Pumpkin carving? What is this?
Is this allowed? It's gotta be, right?
If you don't get this, I'm gonna be pissed.
If you don't get this, I'm gonna be pissed.
And this.
That's a pumpkin. Pumpkin pie.
Yes!
A hat? Pilgrim hat.
Nice.
Okay.
What is that?
What do you mean, what is that? Pilgrim's hat? Let's go.
Come on.
What is this?
Pilgrim's hat.
All right, ready?
A ham.
Oh, turkey.
Come on.
Turkey.
A turkey? How does that look like a turkey?
Dude, it literally looks like a beetle.
Okay. All right, you ready? This is really hard.
I got you. Pumpkin pie.
Nice. That was good. Let's go. Don't make me feel bad about this.
Is it, are you sure you're holding it the right way?
It's up and down.
Okay.
It's like a...
Oh, corn.
Yeah! Let's go!
2 for 2. Dang.
Thanks, Allie. For hockey players drawing with their offhand, that was surprisingly impressive. While I still don't think you'll see any of their art in a museum anytime soon, their fridge is a pretty good start. Spencer, what about you? How are your drawing skills?
My drawing skills have been described as abstract. You could say I'm not very good at drawing inside the lines.
Well, good news. Abstract art is actually worth a lot, and unlike you, the ASU hockey team have found success with their lines and the dynamic duos within them. Here's WCSN hockey reporter Mike McQuaid to tell you more.
Thank you, Ethan. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving with family and friends. This past week, ASU dismissed freshman forward Logan Genuine from the team, which forces other Sun Devils to step up in the offensive production. Now let's dive into some dynamic duos that the Sun Devils have impressed so far this season. Redshirt sophomore Austin Lemieux has found the groove with center Demetrius Koumanzis. As mentioned after the Quinnipiac series, once Koumanzis' possession of the puck in the offensive zone, Lemieux will be able to find the back of the net. The first line consists of junior forward Johnny Walker and Michigan transfer James Sanchez, who found their chemistry earlier in the season as noted by Greg Powers.
That was something we went with halfway through China, and then they haven't looked back. There just seemed to be a natural thing between them, and they've hit it off very well, both on and off the ice.
With Walker coming off his best point production seasons, his goal was to tally more assists this year, which he is doing. Meanwhile, Powers mentioned earlier in the season that Sanchez had a difficult jump from USA development team to playing in Big Ten conference play. The year with the Dubuque Fighting Saints in the United States Hockey League allowed Sanchez to work on his game, now leading the team in points and top 20 in college hockey. Finally, the defensive pair of Brinson Pashnuk and Josh Maniscalco have leveraged the point production from the blue line. Through 10 games, the captain is already ahead of last year's production. In the 2018 season, only had 6 points, splitting it with 3 goals and 3 assists. But the captain's D partner, Maniscalco, has found 3 power play goals this year and ranked 15th in college hockey for most power play goals. This weekend series is going to be a tough test as the Sun Devils face off against Vermont starting netminder Stefanos Lakis. But now, Cronkite Sports reporter Michael Gutnick takes a closer look at ASU goaltender Evan DeBrouwer.
Before the season, it wasn't clear who would win the starting goaltending battle. Ahead of this weekend series against Vermont, it is clear that sophomore Evan DeBrouwer is the team's go-to guy. Head coach Greg Powers spoke last Tuesday about his growing confidence in DeBrouwer.
Right now, it's pretty clear that he's won that net. Evan's just taken it and ran with it. You know, even again, I just felt like everything that he did last year, supporting Joey and his team the way that he did, and how good he was in practice every day. And even through the losses at Mankato, he was really good. So he deserved a chance to build up that confidence in himself and his teammates' confidence in him, and he's taken it and ran with it.
The Sun Devils have had 20 days to rest and recover, but DeBrouwer is ready to get back in between the pipes.
Jumping back into a game is going to be tough, I think, off the start, but I mean, that's on me to be ready to play, right? I mean, there's no excuse there. This is a huge weekend for us. We need these 2 wins, and you know, you can't go down 2-0 early on Friday night because your goaltender wasn't ready to play.
With a handful of starts, Powers sees the improving body language and composure in his goalie.
He's always had that quiet confidence about himself. In the goaltending position, as a coach, that's all you're looking for, is if the kid truly believes in himself in every aspect. And what I love about Evan most is his body language doesn't change after a huge save or after a bad goal. With few, he's not led in many, but his body language doesn't change. He's a pro in that regard, and so when you have a goalie that carries himself the way he does, it just builds everybody's confidence around him.
In Tempe, I'm Michael Gutnick, Cronkite Sports.
DeBrouwer will certainly be a challenge for Vermont. To give insight on what to expect from the Catamounts, here's WCSN analyst Kelsey Calasi.
The University of Vermont stands at 1-8-1 so far this season. Though the Catamounts win was over a month ago, they arrive in Tempe fresh off of a 3-3 tie with Boston University. UVM head coach Kevin Sneddon credited the team's recent success with their net front presence against BU's goalie Sam Tucker. The Cats will certainly be hoping to build off of that momentum in their matchup against the Sun Devils. On average, the V-Cats have outshot their opponents, but have struggled to find the back of the net. In fact, Vermont has the worst shooting percentage in the NCAA at 4.1%. Defensively, the Cats will lean on the leadership and glove of senior captain Stefanos Lakis. Coach Powers has praised Lakis, who has a 2.71 goals against average and a .911 save percentage. This weekend at Oceanside Ice Arena, UVM will be looking to turn their season around. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kelsey, for that insight on today's visitors.
Well, Ethan, the show was as smooth as ice. I'm so proud we did so well in our debut.
As am I, but we're getting close to game time. So for all of us in the studio, Spencer Chihawk and myself, Ethan Ryder, we now send you out to Oceanside Ice Arena for puck drop of the matchup between the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Vermont Catamounts, here on Pac-12+.